Hey busy people! This is part 4 of our 4-part series. We are talking about meal planning for busy people. So, if you haven't watched the first 3 series, you want to check those out because we talk about the importance of nutrition. We talk about how to set your goal and your calorie range to set that target to get to your goal. And then we looked at, once you have that calorie range, what that equates to your daily servings, so that we can start breaking it down into how much protein, veggies, carbs, healthy fats, seeds, oils, nut butters, and things like that you need each day. And I gave an abbreviated food list in part 3. So if you missed that, definitely go back and check that out. Also comment below. I'm happy to provide that food list and a more extensive one to you. So definitely comment below. So we looked at how much you want to eat and talked a little bit about what to eat. But I'm going to get into that a little bit more. I'm just going to show you some ingredients here in my kitchen that I use. But I just want to stress the importance of starting the day with a plan. So again, I also have a weekly meal plan template to be able to, I will provide to you that you can use. It's a spreadsheet, and I'm willing to give that to you, and I want to show you how I break it down. And just in a nutshell, what I've identified over time is that I have, and I keep this right here on my fridge, what I have are a couple of different breakfasts that I like, a couple of different snacks that I like. Lunch is usually leftovers or a salad with some protein on it. And then I add the variety into the dinners. And so that just makes it very simple and very repeatable. But that doesn't mean that when you identify those, you still have to have a plan for the day. So what I have is a tracker like this. So you can take, if you looked at the food list, you can see breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks, and how that breaks down to your different macronutrients and those servings to help you stay on track. So you definitely want to go into the day with a plan. So with your weekly meal planner and your daily breakdown, that'll help keep you on track and make sure that you are on target for your goal. And then the other thing, and you'll see these are all color-coded, right? Especially with that food list that I gave yesterday. This is the grocery shopping list. So again, it's color-coded. It matches up with the food list. So you can identify from your meal plan what ingredients you need to go get. So the weekends are great. You go out, you put your plan together, you get your shopping list together, you go, get your shopping done, and then we do, like today or tomorrow would be about prep. So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Buffet style is one of my favorite because you just cook up a bunch of quinoa, a bunch of brown rice, or if those are your choices, you cook some lean meats, maybe grill some, or at least have some ready to cook when you have it for your dinners. Make sure you got the fruits and veggies, the spices, and some things that you need on hand. So you want to that is how you want to get yourself on the weekend ready, set for success for the week. So you have your daily plan. And you're ready to start the day. Now, if you're using this system and you find out that you are hungry or you have low energy, you definitely want to modify, because this is never about starving yourself. This is never about depriving yourself. It's about finding healthy solutions that help you get to your goal, and we definitely don't deprive. So if you have low energy, you want to add in another fruit. If you are truly hungry, and I mean truly hungry, then you eat another protein or a carb. But before you do that, ask yourself, is this a mental need for food? Am I really hungry? Or is it just one of these habits that I need to start breaking? Am I stepping out of that comfort zone? And also ask yourself, if you're not willing to eat a salad or an apple to stave off that hunger, then you're probably not really hungry. It's probably more of a mental or emotional need. So make sure you're asking yourself those questions. Okay, so some of the things that I do here in my home, I have different resources. So I have lots of different eating plans that I pull recipes from. And when or you can go on Pinterest, you can go Google, that's the world resource, right? And as soon as I find a recipe, then I put it in here, and I keep a book of recipes to go to. And you'll see I have past weekly meal plans right in here. And when I'm using those particular dinners, I will keep the this daily breakdown in here with that weekly meal plan. So I already know if I'm having this particular dinner, this is how my day is going to unfold, right? So I don't have to repeat this all the time. So you'll build this libraries if you use this system. So always keeping that. When you find a new recipe, you want to hang on to it. So some of the things that I just encourage you to do, you know, when you are out grocery shopping, is to look for foods that have ingredients that are ones you can identify. You don't want a whole bunch of things that are long words that you just don't know what they are, right? So some good things to have on hand are like seaweed snacks. Some miso is a really good one. I have lots of, you know, the brown rice and the quinoa. You want different oils like peanut oil, sesame oil, Bragg liquid amino acid is a great one to have versus soy sauce, which is just really high in sodium content. I go for easy things like as far as garlic, instead of having the cloves, I like just the minced in the jar, because one is a quarter teaspoon equals 1 clove, so half teaspoon equals 1 clove. So, you know, when I'm mixing things up at night, if I'm busy and I'm having to get dinner on the table quickly, I want to have some easy options. You know, have, instead of fresh oregano, which doesn't always stay well, or basil, I have some of these that are grinders, so that helps. And then other things, like when my nut butter, it's just the fresh ground nut butter from the store. It is a machine. It's all it is almonds ground. And then there are different, you know, lots of fruits and veggies, of course, and different seeds that you can just have on hand. And as you're starting to build your repertoire of recipes, you're just going to end up having these things in your cupboards, in your pantry, in your fridge. I also keep things on hand like this organic lentil soup. It is super good. It is heat and eat. You know, I don't do a lot of canned foods, but what I do is I try to look for organic stuff and look at the labels to make sure there's not like high sodium contents. Garbanzo beans and black beans and all your beans are definitely great to have on hand. And when you're looking for tomato sauce, just make sure the sugar content is not through the roof, because a lot of times that's why that would be considered in your fruit category, because usually they add a lot of sugar. And then the other final things that I just want to mention is, you know, your other coconut oil is really a great source to have on hand to be with your cooking, and then raw honeys, and PB2 is a good one to have to add to your, if you do any smoothies or superfood shakes. So that's basically it. And so what I want to do is help you if you're going to use a system and you start putting together your plan. Definitely comment below or feel free to message me. I would love to help work with you to fine tune it. Again, as I mentioned, change is hard, change feels overwhelming, but action breeds confidence. So when you start putting these things into play and into action, you will see that it isn't all that as big as it sometimes we make it out to be. So definitely encourage you to give it a try, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be here to answer them. All right, everybody, hope this is helpful, and I will bring more to you in another series. Thank you for tuning in. Louise and Dee's Living Fit every day. Bye.